Ah! Okay. Time for the intro.
Ah, yes. The power. I feel it flowing through me.
I want to talk about dead genres and the ones that are currently thriving at the moment of recording this. So if you go back 20 years, the only genres we had due to limitations in hardware was platformers and Pong. Having that said, if we fast forward to modern day, platformers are kind of a dying breed. Obviously, there's a few platformers today that deny these claims of it being a dead genre, such as Celeste, which was known to be like the best game of the year by several media companies. And then the year before, there was Mario Odyssey. But if we really think about it, the only company that's still doing platformers is Nintendo. And that's just because that's what they are based off of. So moving on to like a genre that's thriving, we have the third person, I guess you could say action adventure and shooters. Just anything third person for some reason is thriving. And the reason I think that is because when you play these games, you get an attachment to the characters, not only from the dialogue, but you also see the way they're interacting with people through cutscenes and not within cutscenes. You see them like touch people as they walk by and everything through crowds. In Assassin's Creed, you have that in Red Dead Redemption. You can see the facial features and everything as you're playing the game. And that's kind of what first-person shooters lack. And that kind of has got a segue into another dead genre, which this is a controversial one, because I feel like this is the most played video game genre when it comes to the majority of gamers. But in terms of innovation in this genre, there's just not very much. Like Call of Duty has been the same the past 10 years it's been around. They try to make minor changes, but nothing really comes around. And when they do make a change, like in Infinite Warfare, everyone fucking hates it. And the last good first-person shooter game that was highly praised was probably Halo, up until Halo 4. So having that said, it hasn't been anything. And I think it's just because first-person shooters have a really hard time expressing emotion, telling a story. And obviously there are games that will deny this claim, such as BioShock and games like that. But for the majority of the first-person shooters, they're just kind of a dying breed. I don't know why I'm going to mention this genre, because personally there's just not very many games in this, but puzzle games, I mean, there's a few. There's Portal, there's Peggle. Actually, now think about it, puzzle games are a dying breed. I was going to say that now. There's no good puzzle games out lately. And if you know of one, you can leave it in the comment, because I don't know. And then another genre that actually I think this one's thriving, and most of the hits nowadays in terms of games is probably in the RPG genre. The very prominent genre right now, you have the JRPGs, which that's sort of a niche. There's not a lot of people that like it, but JRPGs have great games like Xenoblade, Final Fantasy. I guess I would consider Kingdom Hearts a JRPG too. That sounds about right. Western RPGs, you got Fallout, you got anything made by Bethesda. For the most part, these have been thriving throughout the years. There's been a lot of modern elements added into it. Mass Effect I would consider a Western RPG. That's been doing pretty well. Another genre that I don't know if it's thriving or not, because one of the big developers and the big series is kind of dead now. Survival horror. I think it's been I don't know. It's been doing pretty good with Resident Evil 7. It made Resident Evil very modern, and now, as this time of recording, Resident Evil 2, the remake, just came out and has been highly praised so far. The modernization of the game has been fantastic. The only reason why I'm saying I'm not sure if it's thriving or not is because Silent Hill is dead. I mean, the best thing to compare to survival horror franchise is like horror movies, There's only so much they can do with a horror movie. There's jump scares and everything like that. And it kind of goes with the same with video games. There's only so much we can do. Same thing, jump scares, different environments. So, it's thriving. It kind of was, like, in the past 10 years. Right now, it's kind of slowly dying off. But we'll see. Maybe something will come around that will blow everyone's mind. And we have the most popular genre of games, which I kind of forgot about this, but we have mobile games. The gacha games. I want to take all your money games. And let me tell you, they do a great job. I have spent hundreds on Dokkan Battle, let's see, Clash of Clans back in the day, Angry Birds. It's really sad to say, but mobile games are thriving. I wish they were dead because I would be a much richer man, but they're thriving. So, I mean, that's all I can say about mobile games. They're okay. I mean, and they'll keep on progressing. All right, I'm gonna do a quick recap of everything. So we're gonna start with the dead ones. I said that platformers are dead, puzzle games are dead, and first-person shooters. I mean, that's that. I'm gonna get ready. Am I Goku? Getting ready to fight? Okay. So the thriving genres that I have said in the video are RPGs, horror games, third-person action-adventure, and then, last but not least, my favorite, mobile games! I'd be so much richer if I didn't have that. But, anywho, so that wraps up the video. Like it, subscribe. Mobile games, man. Have a nice day. I hope you play some good mobile games.